send. And who knows what I wrote? It caused a long, awkward silence in the Zoom, this meeting I had. As a practitioner of the resistance of reason, I just let words fly out of my mouth. Irregardless of social norms, I was in a boring Zoom meeting for work and I just interrupted my boss and said, "This meeting feels like I'm being held hostage by theater kids with LinkedIn accounts." It caused long, awkward silence in the room. Rather than apologize, I leaned into it, and I became the Rosa Parks of bad ideas. I added, "By the way, this meeting was already ruined by goddamn Glenda, who should have used mute when she was talking sexy to her cat." I was being serious, but the people laughed. I never knew what's funny about the things that I say. I just know it's funny because it comes from a place of construction paper-thin comprehension. My motto is, if you think before you speak, you might not speak. Now, my coworkers call me the office idiot savant, but without the savant part. The smart but stressed ask, what happens if I press this figurative button, but the strategically ignorant don't calculate risk, us intellectually weightless don't think to ask, could I end civilization by pressing this button? I say, use the gift of consequence blindness and press it anyway. Something cool might happen. When I feel what I call intellistress, I feel myself learning. I put on Gregorian chant music, take off my clothes and masturbate until the stressful thinking stops. I've learned it's impossible to worry about cracking the case when you're focused on cracking that nut. Knowledge cannot survive if you shape the edges sketch hard enough. So if you feel a bright spark light in your mind, it's important to snuff out that spark. That spark is your imagination activating your intelligence. It means you are thinking, and thinking brings stress, and stress is the enemy of joy, and any enemy of joy is the enemy of the art of effortless wrongness. A year ago, I walked directly into a glass wall at the airport. Hard, too, not a gentle bump. The sound echoed through Terminal B like I had slapped a wet Iberico ham against a church door. Most people would have been embarrassed. I saw it as an opportunity. I stood up and announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the alpha male tests the airport infrastructure. Stability before entering. Commit to your courageous incorrectness. Submit to the path of least reflection." I launched myself headfirst into the second glass panel, intentionally. Bigger sound, bigger neck pain, bigger laugh. The transparent barrier fears your confidence. I coaxed the strangers to copy me. Lead with your forehead. In closing, when smart people see a wall when logically decaffeinated people like me see a wall, they should try to run straight through it. Sometimes it's a glass wall. Sometimes it's drywall. Sometimes it's a wall painted by a wily coyote made to look like a light at the end of a dark tunnel. Even if that light painted on that rock wall turns out to be the headlight of a train that crumples you into an accordion, you hit that second wall harder. Thank you. Forever become one with a monocolored Rubik's Cube and bask in the power of stupid.
I was just across the street conversing with your neighbors and thought I'd pop by and introduce myself. Pray, good sir, if you could spare but a moment, I have a couple of exemplary items I think your family might be interested in. A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently half slave or half free. I do not expect the Union to be dissolved. I do not expect the house to fall, but I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become one thing or the other. Apologies, I blacked out there for a moment. It happens from time to time, an old head injury, I'm told. Anyway, I noticed the stroller on the porch, and I believe this particular item, which has been very popular with new parents, may be of use to you. Pray tell, do you or your better half have chronic back pain? Have you ever wished that your little bundle of love was just a little bit lighter? Then may I present to you the newest FDA-approved GLP-1 for babies. Goo Goo Govi. Summer weather is just around the corner, and with the help of this semi-glutide, you can get rid of those unsightly baby skin folds. You were just sitting down for dinner. Oh, well, it does smell heavenly. Excuse me, my wife is calling. What? No, Mary Todd, I can't talk right now. Yes, I'm busy with a client. What do you mean you're discontinuing the penny? We can discuss this tonight at the theater. Yep. Love you too. I'm sorry you had to see that. Speaking of heavenly things, do you regularly find Catholics in your home and are unsure what music to play for them? Well, then this compact disc may just remedy that quandary. May I present to you? Now that's what I call Gregorian chants. This mix of the world's top 2 Gregorian chants is sure to set the mood and make your guests feel right at home. If you act now, I'll throw in this bonus CD, Choir Boy Bob. It's been a big hit with our seminary school graduates. Oh, you're really not interested? Well, I should leave before something bad happens to me. Well, sir, I am no stranger to adversity, and I'm sure I have something in this bag that can bring this union of ours together. No, there's no need to get the police involved. I meant you no distress. Tell you what, I'm going to just rattle off a couple of ideas, and if something sparks joy, you just say the word. Baby-sized flamethrower. Indoor-outdoor houseplant. The original prototype Furby. You should know there is a child's soul stuck inside of it. An autographed copy of The Last Airbender. It is the M. Night Shyamalan version. A Ouija board that lets you communicate with the most racist of relatives. A collection of bubblegum exclusively chewed by Willem Dafoe. The complete box set of Fox's 2000 serial drama 24, Heads up, some bits have not aged well. A BMX-style wheelchair? Lastly, gun. Oh, you'll take gun? Marvelous. You can just scan your card here, and I just need to see a copy of your ID. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. You're all set, Mr. Wilkes Booth. Enjoy your new purchase. I'll see you around.
Alright, welcome back to Optimization Nation, the place where we teach men to quit being pussies. I'm your host, Brian St. Greg. If you're a loser, work harder, talk about it. That's how we do it here. Just got back from a one-day trip to Dubai for an intentionality retreat. Now we're back fresh off the peach streaming for all my grinosaurs. Let's go to the news. A recent poll shows that 95% of women say they would only date a guy under 6'4" if he made $1 million a year. That's why we lock in. I've got a question from the chat. I just lost my kids because I've been spending all my time grinding, trying to get people to sign up for your program. That means it's working. You run with a weight vest on, don't you? That's what I call my limited custody agreement, a parenting weight vest. You know what I do? I push through, I don't puss out. Kids are a distraction from the goal anyways. You think chimps spend a lot of time with their kids? Who's next? Raising Gains 88 says, what is the goal again? How many times do I have to say this? The goal is work harder and break free. For example, I see my landlord groveling for money in the chat like a peasant. Of course I have the money to pay you, but I won't. Why would I let myself get comfortable? Do lions get comfortable? All right, back to the chat. Boulder_shoulder says, what's your morning routine? And also chimps do spend a lot of time with their babies. Okay, first off, suck it, science boy. Second, that's a great question. It goes like this. My water is off right now, so I use these testosterone wipes for my hot spots. And then I look right in the mirror and I say, you're scum. You're a piece of shit. The only way out of this is to work Max really hard and tell everyone about it the whole time. Amen. All right, back to the chat. Saw on the news that you owe $98,000 to NTTA for unpaid tolls. Let me stop you right there. What kind of a man pays to drive on another man's roads? The money goes to women, not men's roads. Kind of gay. Oh, look who it is. Look who we got in the chat. It is my actual doctor. Telling me that the test results on my tumor are in, and the only tumors I had are made of muscles, and they're metastasizing. What's this? Looks like someone here hacked my medical portal, password grindsetpeg, and posted my results. Positive for real cancer. Are those tumor emojis? Stop posting those. This is serious. We know my cancer's gonna work way harder than most people's will, so this is no fucking joke. What am I gonna do? What if this woke tumor spreads? My sheer will can't stop it. My faux alpha drive has got me pussy and followers. But is it enough to eradicate this mass? Like men's rights are being eradicated every day? No, I'm not going back to Betaberg. Where we grind one, we grind all. Fire up my Robinhood account. I'm not a crybaby, I'm a cryo baby. Crypto and coal, that's all I need, grind goslings. Chemo, more like homo. The only thing I'm doing in hospitals is installing vending machines to make some passive income. That's on the next Optimization Nation with Grind Set Greg.
All right, that was our monologues. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have some table reads. And if you've never seen a table read before, what essentially happens is they're going to start setting up some chairs here in a second behind me.
We're going to have our scripts in front of us, and we'll be reading from them. Somebody will give what's called stage directions and explains kind of what's happening, the actions that are happening, and the others are going to be playing the characters for these sketches that we've written. Again, we're maybe sketch writers, and not everybody considers themselves a performer. So we're looking though from the audience as the writers to try to get feedback from the audience, see how it performs and see how it plays, so we can tighten these up and make these even better in the future. So please enjoy this first sketch.
This sketch is called Jalapeno Popper by Hallie Poe. Todd and Paul side by side at the jalapeno popper assembly line at Cisco Foods. Todd wraps a jalapeno in bacon and aggressively stabs into a quick fruit.
You all right?
Yes.
It seems like you're mad at that jalapeno popper.
I'm not mad at the popper, I'm mad at the system.
The system of making jalapeno poppers?
No, Paul. The system that demands jalapeno poppers.
So you're mad that we have job security?
Is that really all this is to you? Job security? America is fed on the backs of people like us.
Todd sets down his jalapeno poppers in disappointment and faces Paul.
Don't do this right now. America is not fed on chain restaurant appetizers.
You don't see the real problem. It's not just the appetizers. It's jalapeno poppers. Arby's stuffed jalapenos. What stuff? Sonic's cheddar peppers. Who's Chet? Armadillo eggs. No, they don't. Texas Twinkies. I think that's a slur.
Well, who doesn't like deep fried bacon wrapped carby pepper nugget filled with dairy?
You've never even had a real jalapeno popper. You know the jalapenos aren't even spicy anymore. The cream cheese barely has dairy. The bacon is a class 1 carcinogen. I want to make real food, Paul. When I started at Cisco, they told me I would be an artist. I had dreams, Paul. Picture this. Calabrian chilies, marinated in honey.
Oh, like my top honey.
Todd starts speaking only outwards towards applicants deep in the pot.
Tossed around a delicate amber beer batter Korean pickle.
Like a fried pickle.
Beer. Topped with a truffle oil scented Italian parsley leaf.
So you...
Stuffed inside the braised snout of a truffle pig.
Hey, please leave the pigs out of this. We still haven't recovered from the waffle fried potato famine.
Can't you taste it, Paul? Imagine people everywhere sitting around the table to feast on my art. Don't you remember what I did for Red Lobster? For Outback Steakhouse? Imagine one of my creations on the table at 11 Madison Park, Paul.
Todd pulls Paul away from the assembly line and holds him around the shoulder, forcing him to imagine Todd's creation in his face.
One of your creations
One of
like
the creations like an ice cube that's been expertly carved and shaved into strands so fine they would melt across your tongue.
like a snow globe?
But instead of melting on your tongue, they are placed individually like tiny perfect snowflakes on a perfectly flaky crust consisting of exactly 1,203 layers of the finest Amish butter.
You can't make me count to...
Made from real Amish children so devout, they curdle the milk fat
Todd.
Todd grabs Paul by the shoulder, shaking him vigorously.
I can finally see it, Paul. The pinnacle of my career at Cisco Foods. A croquembouche. But instead of pâte au choux, it's a blended mix of green Spanish peppers that have been shaped into balls so perfect you have to check your own pants. And instead of the chantilly cream, it's the freshest lanolin sheep's milk cheese that it was carried to me on the very saddle of Paul Revere in 1769. And instead of caramel, it's wrapped in the belly fat of a Danish red spot boar that has been smoked and cured, not with nitrates, but with love, Paul.
So, a jalapeno popper?
Exactly.
This is The Wizard of Best Buy by Brandon Enriquez. Interior Best Buy store day. Ethan in a blue Best Buy shirt is behind a counter on a computer. Malcor, wearing wizard robes and a hat, enters, strides in dramatically, holding a broken toaster with a cursed relic.
Welcome to Best Buy, or as today's Yelp review called us, the hospital for laptops.
The prophecy was true.
It's not even the weirdest greeting I got today.
The blue-shirted merchant of lightning. The scrolls spoke of this place. I assumed they were exaggerating.
Nope, that's pretty much our branding.
Malcor slams toaster down.
Your mental bread prison is possessed.
Good, we're finally calling it what they are.
It burned my breakfast sigils.
You mean toast?
Do not speak the curse's name so casually.
Sorry, charred wheat tablets.
And then it left.
The toast popped up.
Exactly. A perfectly innocent breakfast should never achieve flight.
Fair. Nobody asked where it's going to stay. You like a refund?
Can refunds restore innocence?
No. They can restore $39.99.
Acceptable. Gold is temporary. Store credit is forever.
Malcor notices televisions.
By ancient moons.
Those are 4K TVs.
Tiny, trapped theaters.
It's actually better.
The TV screen changes.
It changes realms within.
Input source change.
Your civilization casually performs miracles and gives them peasant names.
That's our whole thing. Here's a beautifully designed multi-purpose powerhouse machine. What's it called? iMac.
Malcor spots headphones and tries them on.
Execution earmuffs.
Those are headphones.
For private screaming.
Honestly, depends on what podcast you're listening to.
I can hear the music of your dimension within. We had flutes. If someone wanted privacy, they screamed further away. We could also see through astral planes to view faraway realms.
When we want to view faraway realms, we use FaceTime and Zoom meetings.
Malcor points at a room.
What creature is that?
That's a room.
It hunts dust autonomously.
Yeah.
You fools created a servant beetle. This is how every dark age begins.
To be fair, this is exactly how every sci-fi movie begins too.
The Roomba bumps his foot.
Back, disco Satan! I have no name for you!
Don't feed it. Don't feed it. Remember spaces.
Malcor freezes.
I knew it.
He pulls out a wand.
Please, don't do magic in the store.
Your emporium already bestows magic. What of these sliding portals?
He points to the automatic doors opening.
Invisible gate spirits.
Automatic doors on motion sensors.
Lives of the educated. That's exactly what a gate spirit would call itself.
You know what? Fair point. I've actually never seen a motion sensor. I've just been told they're real. What else are you looking for today?
Seek the source of the invisible knowledge web.
The internet? honestly, Skythreads is better.
My nephew watches moving cat images without scrolls. Without scrolls, Ethan. Do you understand the danger?
That's just cat videos on YouTube.
You named the demon tube? Why would you give it legal status?
Marketing.
A Geek Squad employee crosses silently.
Who are the orange gray shirted scholars?
Geek Squad.
Techno-necromancers, whose wisdom exceeds their physical prowess.
And they're the best nerds in all the realm. They fix printers.
Exactly.
Death magic.
No machine wishes to be a printer.
No argument here. I've seen printers make people cry.
I must destroy your sky threads.
Please don't.
Malfoy raises one dramatically.
Storm of 1,000 dragons!
Entire stage lights suddenly go out.
Okay, now I need you to be honest. Did you kill the lights with your wand?
I thought this wand was decorative. I bought it at a Renaissance festival.
Emergency lights flicker on. Customers scream off stage.
I have slain the lightning temple. The ballads shall rejoice in my name.
Corporate is gonna kill me.
Fear not. You fought bravely beside me.
Thank you. That'll look great on my performance review.
Finally, a warrior understands.
You know what? Sure. The printer hire was cursed.
Finally, wisdom.